On the left side, the data is in Microsoft. This is in tabular form, you can say, right? On the right side, it is in the form of map. So we will try to see how to get all these two things with the help of Microsoft Excel and Tableau. Okay, let me show you the data. So this is what I was trying to show you. So if you check here in this particular Excel file, so there are different features, different attributes or columns. So as you can see, the first one is city, next one is state, then the population, okay, and literacy rate. So what if you check this particular data, it's city, state, population, and literacy rate. If you check this data, there are different city names which are mentioned here. And in state, if you check, for example, if I go for Uttar Pradesh, so you will see Uttar Pradesh repeated many number of times. So see Uttar Pradesh one more time, Madhya Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh one more time, so UP, right? So these states are repeated more than one time, right? So what we can do is we can go and we can try to solve this problem. See, the first question in the first question, they are asking you need to show total population. So total population according to each state. Okay, so you need to show total population according to each state. So that's what I'm going to show you with the help of Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel first. So I'm going to solve this question first. All these questions with the help of Microsoft Excel. So total population. How to show that? Let me go to Microsoft Excel. What I need to do is, so if you have used Microsoft Excel, you might be knowing about something called as pivotal. Pivotal is the option which is available for Microsoft Excel, with the help of which you can go and you can have some different operations, right? So now suppose here in this particular example, right? So the file which I have shown you, this particular Excel file. So this file actually contains the demographic details in terms of city, state, population, and the literacy rate for the state. Now suppose you want to create a summary of this data. Whatever the data you are able to see, you need to create the summary of this data. So you have a scenario where you want to know these three things. You want to know total population, right, for each state, then average literacy rate, and you need to apply the drill down of state by cities. That means we want such an option with the help of which if I click on the name of the state, I should be able to see all the cities inside that state, right? That is called as drill down option. So once you see, you will get my point. Okay, this is what we need to do from this particular data. Okay, so these are the few questions that we need to know from this data set. Let me show you how to create a summary of this data with the help of Excel. First of all, go to this insert option, right? Are you able to see this insert option? So first of all, go to insert option here, and inside insert, you will be able to see this pivot table option, right? See, whatever I am going to do with the help of Microsoft Excel, same thing I am going to show you how to do it with the help of Tableau. So just try to understand it. Okay. So first of all, I will click on the data. I will click on insert option and then pivot table. Once I click on pivot table, now there will be a window which is going to pop up, which is like this, right? Now in this, always try to select this new worksheet. So and one more point. When I clicked on this pivot table, you will be able to see this green line, right? Which is actually a range. That table range will be selected automatically by Microsoft Excel, right? And in this case, on this pop-up window which is there, right? So you need to select the option which is actually new worksheet. Right? I hope everyone is able to see that. So always go with the new worksheet, as it's good to communicate with the data. Right? So always go with that new worksheet, and you must be able to see this particular green line. Right? So it is nothing but what? It's a table range which is actually selected by Microsoft Excel itself automatically. It does it automatically. Okay. After that, so select on this new worksheet. What I will do? I will try to say okay. Once I try to say okay, you will be able to see different options now. Now see, later on you people also need to do all these things because there will be some exercise for you to solve. Okay. So here you will be able to see some windows, right? Now just try to observe. This is one area where you are able to see filters, columns, rows, and values. This is another field, another area where you're able to see all the features from that particular Excel sheet, right? Like city, state, population, literacy rate. And here you will actually will be able to see your table. That means what you want. Do you want population, sum of the population according to state? Do you want sum of the population according to city? Do you want literacy rate according to city or according to state? What type of question you want, right? So this particular thing represents everything from the table. This actually represents different fields with the help of which you can actually go and visualize your data, and this is going to be your result. Okay, so how am I able to get it? I will again repeat. I clicked on insert. Once I click on insert, I got this particular option that is called as pivot table, and I am able to see all these things. Right. After this, what we need to do? So first question we need to solve is nothing but this one. That is show total population according to the state, right? So total population for each state we want to show. That is state wise population we want to show. So what I will do is, in this case, I will bring, as it's a state, right? So I will bring this particular thing, state to rows level here. So just click on this one and drag it to rows level. So let me just drag it to the rows level, right? Nice. And you will be able to see row levels like this. So what I have done, I just dragged and dropped with the help of Excel. In this Excel sheet, I just dragged and dropped it onto the row level, and I am able to see this particular result. But what we want in the question, we have been asked to show population according to the state. Now what I will do is, I will bring population in this values field. So what I will do, I will try to click on this population and just bring it here inside values, and now see, we'll be able to see sum of the population according to state, right? So this is how you can get the population, sum of the population according to state in case of Microsoft Excel. As simple as that. Now second question, what's the second question they are asking? The second question is average literacy rate. So we need to show the average literacy rate, right? So what to do for that? So what I will do is, as it's a question based on literacy rate, so I will bring literacy rate in value. So here you are able to see this literacy rate. I will try to bring this particular literacy rate in value. Okay, and I will just drop it. Now you will be able to see the literacy rate. But what they asked us about average of the literacy rate according to state, right? And what is the average literacy rate according to state? That's what they are asking. But what are we able to see is, we are able to see sum of the literacy rate. So always remember, by default, it shows sum of the literacy. So here I am able to see sum of the literacy rate. So I will just try to highlight that. Okay. Okay, let me just here some people are trying to write down. I think there was when there was a network problem, that's why those settings are not there. Let me clear everything and let me disallow people. Those people who are trying to disturb, let me just disallow them. Okay, now you people can write down anything on the screen. Okay. Okay. Now in the question, if you check carefully, we have been asked about the average literacy rate. But here, if you are able to see, what are we able to see? So we are able to see sum of the literacy rate, right? So see sum of the literacy rate. But what we want average of the literacy rate according to the state, right? So for that, what you need to do is, as I told you, by default, it shows sum of the literacy rate. But we need to find what? We need to find out the average of the literacy rate. So go to this particular option here, click on this one, and you will be able to see this particular thing, value field settings, right? So click on this value field settings. Click on this value field settings, and here by default you will be able to see the option as sum, right? By default we will be able to see the option as sum. But what we want average. So click on average and say okay. And now see, just observe the output. You will be able to see the average literacy rate here. You will be able to see average literacy rate. Earlier it was some, right? So this is what you can go and you can make a change, right? Now that was the second question. Now what is the third question in the PDF? In this PDF, if you check, they are asking us to allow drill down state by city. That means you should be able to see all the city names once you click on the state name. That's what we want to do here also, right? In this particular PDF, that's the third question they are asking us, right? So for this, what you need to do is, what we want is, if I click on this Andhra Pradesh state, I should be able to see all the cities. For example, if I click on Maharashtra, I should be able to see all the city names inside the Maharashtra and some of the population according to city as well as average literacy rate according to city. That's what we want to do now. Okay. So for that, what you can do is, so suppose if I go and this is what your data is. Okay. So inside the sheet one, we were able to see. So let me go to this particular option once again. Let me go to insert. Let me go to pivot table and create a new worksheet. Okay. So this is what we have done. Earlier what we have done. So we actually, when we wanted city, right? So what we have done, we just bring this particular state to row level. That's how we were able to see. I'm just trying to repeat. Okay. And what we wanted population. So we have just got this population here inside values and we were able to see this kind of thing. Okay. And for literacy rate, what we have done, so we just got this particular literacy rate and dragged it here inside values and we were able to see something like this. And for getting the average literacy rate, so we click on this and we select this particular option and said okay, and now we are able to see average literacy rate. Now what we want, now we want the drag down option. So once I click on state name of the state, I should be able to see all the city names. So what I will do is I will bring city to rows option. So this particular city, I will try to bring it to the rows option. Now you will be able to see it like this. See, if I click under this Andhra Pradesh, you are able to see Vijayawada. Under Bihar, you are able to see Patna and so on. Right? What you can do is go here, right click, and expand or collapse option. Just collapse it. Now see, you'll be able to see that. Suppose if I click on Maharashtra, right? So inside Maharashtra, I'll be able to see Aurangabad, Mumbai, Nagpur, Nashik, Navi Mumbai, Pimpri, Pune, and all those things. Right? This is what you can do with the help of Microsoft Excel. Right? This is called as write down. So if you click on any state, you will be able to see some of the population as well as the average literacy rate according to that particular city. For example, in Haryana, you have Faridabad. For example, in Andhra Pradesh, you have Vijayawada. Right. So you go for any state, you will be able to see all the cities inside inside that particular state. Telangana, Hyderabad. For example, UP, you are able to see all these things, Agra, Allahabad, and all this. Right. So this is what you can do with the help of Microsoft Excel. Now let me move to the Tableau. Okay. Now, once you install Tableau, how to install Tableau if you do not know, don't worry about that. I will try. I will be giving you each and everything about installation of Tableau and how to make use of Tableau free of cost for lifetime. That trick also I will be telling you at the end of the session. Okay, so don't worry about that. So you just need to have some patience. I will be telling you each and everything, and I will be providing you each and every document. Those people who are interested to learn, definitely I will be providing you each and everything with step one. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so till now we have seen whatever we have seen with the help of Microsoft Excel. Now this is what we have achieved through Excel. What if we want to achieve the same thing through Tableau? Okay, so once you install Tableau, you'll be able to see something like this. So in my case, I have installed different versions of Tableau. Okay, let me first of all show you population of India through Tableau itself. How to do that? Okay, so what I will do is I will try to access this particular data, demographic details. Same file I will try to get it into Tableau. So for that, what I will do is I will go to Tableau, click on text file, okay, and I will try to browse that particular text file. So I have selected demographic detail and I will click on open. Once I click on open, so let me check it once again. Let me go to text file. Okay, that particular file is open. I need to close it first. Okay, so let me close it here. Don't save it. I will go to text file once again. Demographic details. Let me check it once again. Right out this option. So inside Tableau, inside this YPM folder, text file, demographic details. Yeah, now it has opened because earlier it was open, so it takes some time. See, now we are able to see same data, right? City, state, population, and literacy. But this is in Tableau. This is inside Tableau. We are inside Tableau. Now, what we want to do? We want to visualize the same data, right? We want to show population of India through Tableau now, right? That is, we want to actual this particular thing here, whatever was mentioned in this particular PDF file. You want to do that one. Okay. So now we are in Tableau. Okay. So what I will do is now we want to show population of all the states through Tableau. So first of all, here, if you are able to see, there is something which is written as sheet 1, right? So here I will just try to highlight that. So you just need to click on that sheet 1. Here you need to click on sheet 1. Okay. So I will try to do that. I will try to show it to you. So I will click on sheet 1. Now see, this is the dashboard of Tableau. Okay. On left side, you are able to see something called as measure and dimensions. What is measure and what is dimension? I will try to talk about that at the end. Okay. So here, once you are able to see, once I click on that sheet 1, that is worksheet. Okay. I need to select this particular thing, state column, right? So I selected state column because I need to show population according to state. Okay, so I selected this state column from the table, and then I am going to select population also. So I selected these. I am pressing control button. I have selected both of them. Once I select that, I will click on this show me button on the right top corner. If I click on show me, everything is going to just vanish. I will click on once again. I'll be able to see all these types of graphs. Okay. I click on show me button. Once I click on show me button, whatever the type of a map, whatever the type of a graph I want to plot, I will click on that one. Suppose I want to plot this type of map. Okay, so I will click on this one. So once I click here, now it is see, you'll be able to see a map. Okay, so what I have done, I have clicked on here, this one, on which I am just holding my mouse. Okay, if you people are able to see at the top right, I clicked on this one. Now you are able to see all the states and with their population. See, but again, if you want to make it more easy to understand, you can do that. Suppose what I want to do is I want to show you the population inside population in number inside the state also, right? So see, whenever I am holding my mouse here, I am able to see. Suppose I want to see what the population of Maharashtra. So you are able to see state name and population here, right? So yes, you can do that. Now, what if I want to make it more understandable? More understandable. So what I can do is I can drag this particular population label population onto this particular option label. So here I can drag it. Right now, see, you'll be able to see it with different colors. This is one color which we can make use of, and later on you can change the color. Now you'll be able to see population. So you can compare the earlier visualization and this visualization. So this one is something somewhat easier as compared to the earlier, right? So suppose if I want to change the color, right? So that also can be done. So you just need to click on color option, go here, edit colors, and you can change the colors from here. Suppose I want red, you go here, just say apply, and you'll be able to see population like this. And you just hold your mouse. So whatever the data which was there in that Excel sheet, now you are able to see that data in terms of map with the help of Tableau. Okay, this is one thing, right? So the same data we are actually using Tableau to get the population state wise using visual. Okay, so suppose if I want another graph, so you just need to go and click on that particular graph. Suppose I want this kind of a graph. Yes, you are able to see which is the state which is having the highest population. So UP is the state, right? So this kind of a graph you can get this kind of a graph. right? And explanation of each and everything is all these types of graphs is actually given in the PDF, which I'll be sharing. Okay. Suppose I want this type of a graph, that's also possible. So Uttar Pradesh is the maximum, is having the maximum population here. You can check. Suppose I want something like this. Yes, yes, it's also possible. I want bubbles, all these graphs. So yes, you are able to see this kind of a graph with the help of Tableau, right? And even you can go and you can save them as a PDF, as an image. That's also possible, right? Suppose I want pie chart, so you can get pie chart kind of thing here, right? Suppose I want in tabular form, this kind of a thing. Yes, I am able to see that kind of data also. So a lot of things are possible. Okay. Now, so the take back from this particular example is that making visuals of your data is more easy and more useful compared to analyzing the data in Excel. So see, I'm not saying that Excel is not good, but visualization play an important role in data analysis. Because your brain can process the visuals more easily than text and numbers, right? And that's why you can have this kind of analysis with the help of Tableau, right? So you can have labels back there, and you'll be able to see, and you can even go and you can change the colors. You can highlight whatever you want. You can even annotate also, right? You can even go and you can mark it with the help of some name. That's also possible. A lot of options are there. Okay. So and once I click on this one, so it's going to highlight all those things, right? So you can check it. You can go and you can change the color. There are different colors available. Okay. Now here you might be able to see something called as dimension and measure. So these two things are very important. And what Tableau does is, suppose if you have 100 columns, so all those 100 columns, Tableau is going to divide by default into dimensions and measures. So what is dimension and what is measure? We will try to see that. Okay, so what do you understand by dimension first of all? Okay, so according to Tableau's knowledge base, a dimension is a field, it's a column, it's a feature, it's an attribute. So according to Tableau's knowledge base, a dimension is a field that can be considered an independent variable. So what do you mean by independent variable? That is not dependent on any other variable. That is not dependent on any other column. So it's an independent variable. And by default, what Tableau does is, by default, Tableau treats any field containing qualitative data. So you should be able to understand what is the qualitative data. So any field containing qualitative or categorical. So for example, if I want to give an example of a categorical data, so gender column. Gender column is a categorical data. In gender column, what do you have? You have male and female values, right? So this is called as categorical data. So what Tableau does is, by default, qualitative and categorical data, if it finds out, so by default it treats it as a dimension. Tableau treats qualitative or categorical data as a dimension. Okay. And what is measured? What is measured in terms of Tableau? So which columns Tableau is going to divide as a measure? So generally the measure is a number, right? The dimension is what you slice and dice the measure by. For example, sales, right? So sales is a, for example, sales, right? So sales are high, sales are low. So sales is the example of a column which can be taken as a measure by Tableau. So the columns which are in number, generally they are taken as, they are actually divided as measures by Tableau, and which are not as numbers, they will be divided as dimensions by Tableau. This is what dimension and measure. So measures are numerical values that mathematical functions work on, and dimensions are the qualitative and what you can say, do not total a sum. For example, sales, region, employee location, or date columns. All are, these are the examples of dimensions, you can say. Right? So this is a, this is the basic point about dimension and measure, you can say. Okay. Now let me go and move forward and try to show you how to install Tableau and how to make use of Tableau without any charge for lifetime. Okay, so this is what we have seen with the help of this particular example. We have seen the difference between Excel and Tableau. Now these are the questions which we have solved actually. So I'll be sending this particular PDF file plus some questions. Okay, now see where actually, so there is a quadrant. All the tools which are available in business intelligence are actually divided into 4 quadrants. If you are able to see here, I will just try to maximize it. Okay. So here, if you are able to see, these are all the tools which are divided into different quadrants. So first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, right? So here, if you can check on this line, so Microsoft Power BI and Tableau are in the first quadrant, and they are in the quadrants of leaders, right? So that means a lot of companies, a lot of, see, there are different tools also. I already told you, Tooling, Looker, and all these tools are available, right? Salesforce, but Tableau is at the top, right? Because there are reasons, there are a lot of reasons why Tableau is in the quadrant of a leader, right? So, and because it's fast, it's easy, and it's powerful. These are the reasons why Tableau should be used and why different companies are actually going with Tableau. Okay, so this is one diagram which actually can help you to understand why Tableau. Then what are the impacts, future impact of business intelligence? So collaborative business intelligence will be there. Let me tell you all these points in a short. In the coming future, you will see that 60 to 70% of the companies will be using Tableau-like tools for a data visualization. That's what is going to happen, because everywhere you will be able to see artificial intelligence, machine learning, natural language processing, data science, and all this, right? So you can see machine learning. So AI analyzes fast data to provide insights and forecasting, and there you are going to use Tableau kind of tool. Data proactivity, network advancements, data-driven culture. So because of all these reasons, Tableau kind of a tools are going to impact a lot in business intelligence, right? Let's move forward and see. This is somewhat important slide. This slide is going to help you to install Tableau. So those who do not know how to install Tableau, what you need to do is just once you get this particular PDF, just click on this particular link, and it will get you to this particular page, right? Once you are here, you just need to go and click on try now. Once you click on try now, it's going to ask you which type of version. So it's going to ask you, see, this is going to show you this one. It's going to ask you your email ID, and you just need to download this one. But believe me, this will be only for 14 days. If you want to use it for lifetime, what you need to do? So I will try to share a trick with you people. Okay. And one more point for students and teachers, if you have your college email ID, you can use it for 1 year. You can use it. You can use Tableau free of cost for 1 year if you have your college email ID. Okay. So go here and download free trial. So in my case, I have already downloaded. So it's near about 450 of 450 MB of size. You can go and you can download it. Okay. So that is for downloading Tableau, and it's an exe file. You just need to double click and you'll be able to see this kind of icon on desktop. So this kind of icon will be able to see like this one. Shortcut. This kind of shortcut will be able to see. And now in my case, why there are more than one version? I will try to talk about that. So see, what happens is if you do not have a official email ID of your college or office, what happens is after 14 days it's not going to work, right? So if you face that kind of a problem, what you need to do is in this document just click on this particular here. If you are able to see this one, just click on this particular link. Okay, this one. So what will happen? I will show you. If you click on this link, it's going to show you a lot of other versions of Tableau. What you need to do, I will tell you. See, suppose if you have used Tableau and 14 days are over and you are not able to use that now. Now, here, if you click on that link, you'll be able to see a lot of versions. So, click on this one. Okay, click on this version and click on this first link. Once you click on this first link, it is going to download the new version of Tableau. See, do not click on this below versions. Always click on this first one, and you will be able to make use of Tableau for 14 more days. Once those 14 days are over, come here and click on this first option again. Once that is over, come here, click on this first option again. Once that is over, click on this first option again, and so on. Like this, you will have a lot of other versions available until you come until the point you come you come to this particular version. Tableau is going to release more versions, and each version you will be able to use at least for 14 days. You can just imagine 14 into this many number of versions, right? You will be able to make use of Tableau free of cost, right? So the link, which is those people who are interested, if they want to learn Tableau on their own, you can use these links. You can use this video. Okay. So this is how you can install and you can make use of Tableau free of cost. So moving forward, coming to this one, visual segment. So which are the different visual segments which are going to come into picture whenever we talk about Tableau, right? So there are a lot of aspects to Tableau. Whenever we talk about visuals, there are a lot of aspects. So here you can see different aspects which come into picture whenever we talk about Tableau. So whenever you talk about visuals, so comparison, composition, distribution, trends, maps, and relations, all these points are going to come into picture. So what is comparison? In a short, I will try to talk about. So the best example of comparison is if you want to do comparison, you can do it with the help of a bar graph. If you are not aware about the bar graph, all those graphs are actually shown at the in this particular same PDF. Okay, so bar graph is the thing which you can make use of to do comparison. Composition. Suppose if someone wants to do composition, the best example of a graph which you can do use which you can make use of for composition is donut chart, right? So donut chart, or you can make use of pie chart. In the previous example in hands-on, we have already talked about pie chart, right? Or even you can go and you can make use of text columns. So these are the examples or there is something called as layered donut chart. Layered donut chart. So layered donut chart also you can make use of for doing composition. Then there is something called as distribution. The best example to check the distribution is histogram. You can go and you can make use of histogram for doing distribution. But if I want to give example for this one, so for example, distribution of age in the data, for example, 30 to 40 age, what the distribution, if I want to see, you can make use of histogram. For trend analysis, you can make use of something called as line chart. I will show you how line chart looks like. Okay, so for example, there is a trend of profit. If you want to check the trends in profit, if you want to change the trends in sales, you can make use of this kind of visual, that is line chart. Maps, just now we have seen, right, map of a country. You can have a world map also. Talking about relation, so the best example to check the relation between uh, two values is nothing but scatter plot. Scattering plot is the best plot to to have to have some idea about the relationship between the different objects. So it actually shows you the effect of one variable on another. So these are some of the visuals which you can come across when you talk about data visualization, data analysis. Right? So here after this one, some information about Tableau is shown actually. So Tableau can be used to create and Tableau can be used to share the uh, graphs or charts. So Tableau comes in different versions. Whatever we have seen is Tableau Desktop. There is another product of Tableau which is available, that is called as Tableau Public. There are other products which are called as Tableau Reader, Tableau Online, and Tableau Server. Okay. Now what is Tableau Reader? Tableau Reader is used to read Tableau reports like Word and PDF files. Okay. What is Tableau Public actually? So Tableau Public is an online version of Tableau Public. It's online version of a Tableau, you can say. This Tableau Public is an online version of Tableau, and you can use Tableau Public like in a resume. For example, if you are a Tableau professional and you want to mention in your resume, so you can use that as a link. That's also possible. So these are some of the products. Okay? So you can say it's architecture, and these are the actual Tableau products, exactly same diagram which we have seen in the previous slide. So Tableau Reader, Tableau Public, Tableau Server, Tableau Online. These are the Tableau products, right, which come under Tableau Desktop. So all of them, they have different charges. And this particular diagram, it's a flow of business intelligence project, you can say. So everything actually starts from data. After data, there should be understanding of the business, then data understanding, then data preparation, preparation of the model, and the evaluation of the model. And once the model, there is some problem in evaluation of in the model itself, again understand the business, and at the end go and deploy your model on the cloud. Right? It can be any cloud, AWS, Microsoft Azure, any cloud. Okay, so it's in short a process of flow of a business intelligence project. Okay, and these are some of the comparisons of Tableau tool with other tools like Microsoft BI. You can do relation. Okay, and Tableau price. So if you talk about roughly, it is $70 per year. Okay, so it comes out to be near about 5,000 rupees per month if you want to make use of Tableau for any business, right? But for learning purpose, if you want to make use of Tableau, you can make use of it as free of cost. I already told you the trick. You can refer this particular PDF and you can install it and you can use it as many number of times as you want. Okay, so $70 is nothing but near about more than 50,000 rupees. Okay, so Tableau desktop is having all these things. Okay, you can check it. All these options are available in Tableau desktop. And here at the end, I have mentioned different visuals which I talked about. Okay. And what are these? These are different icons which Tableau make use of. For example, in our case, if you are able to see this particular hash. So what do you mean by hash? Hash is a numerical value. So if I want to show it to you in Tableau software, if you go here and take in data source, I see you will be able to see that hash option. So hash is actually denoting what? Hash actually denotes the numerical value. See, this is a hash, right? And this particular icon is for what? It's for demographic data. That's why state names, right? City name, state name. So demographic. So demographic is actually shown with this icon, and new numbers are actually shown with this icon, and there are other icons also available, and that's what is actually listed here. All the things are actually listed in this particular table, so you can check it. This hash is actually used for numerical value, and this icon is actually used for geographic or demographic values, right? Used in maps. You can check it. And other options are also available. So ABC is nothing but text value and all. For date values, they make use of this kind of icon. Right? So all the options are mentioned in this particular video. Okay. Let me move fast here on the next slide. So visualizations. Now different types of visualizations are shown. Visual analytics, definition of visual analytics is mentioned here. And what is scatter plot? And the example of scatter plot. So I hope you people will go through this. See, scatter plot, it looks like something like this. The example of scatter plot is shown here. And other plots. Histogram, it looks like this. Explanation is also shown. Okay, with example. Histogram, another example. Bar graph, it looks like this. There is a difference between histogram and bar graph. Bar chart, another example. Pie chart, another scenario for a pie chart. And this is called as line chart. Okay, which can be used for trend or trend analysis. So these are some of the basic points about Tableau which are mentioned in this particular video. Okay, so I hope you people are able to get at least an idea about Tableau, what's a Tableau and how it works. Okay? So I hope I think our time is up, and yeah, if someone is having any doubt, you people can just ask the questions in the chat box. I will try to answer.
Anybody have any doubt? Any question?
Yes, anyone else
Anybody have?
having any question, please ask.
Yes, anybody have doubt? Because after that, you will choose any data set and visualize the data set and explain this experiment to me. So
Madam,
if
I will send the data
anyone,
set. I have tasks for them.
oh,
This is the data
okay,
set,
sir.
superstore underscore US. This is the data set I will be sending them.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
they need to solve some questions based on this.
Okay.
This is the data set I will send them. These are the questions. See. So what are the sales as per product category, and describe sales by geography in a row. Based on this data set, we need to solve these two questions. This is the data set.
Okay. Student get that? Sir, we will provide the data set as well as questions. According to that question, you have to visualize the data. You got that? How to download the Tableau and how to use the Tableau? Can we integrate the Sumit? What do you want to ask?
Can we integrate the DevOps with Tableau?
DevOps with the Tableau.
DevOps is actually required whenever you want to deploy, right? So DevOps people actually do that kind of thing. But yes, Sumit, you can do that. You can integrate Tableau. That's possible. So you might have seen people have actually created different visualizations related to COVID-19 with the help of Tableau. And even if you go to Tableau's website, you'll be able to see a lot of options and people who have actually done different projects. They have actually used DevOps. So yes, Sumit, to answer your question, yes, you can do that. If I want to show you Tableau's website, here if you go, see there will be an option called as COVID-19. See, you will get a lot of things in this. If you people are able to see, I will just try to highlight it. So, Sumit, I hope you got the answer. Yes, you can do that, whatever you are saying. See, COVID-19. So many people have actually done that. Sumit, does it answers your question? Just let me know. You can do that, whatever you are asking. Yes, Sumit, is it clear?
Yes, Sumit, respond.
Just let me know. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Anyone, other?
Yes, other people. Any question? And don't worry, whatever I shared either to you, I'll be sharing it with all of you. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Anybody have any question? Okay, sir. We will end. Sorry, we here we will end, sir. This session. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much for giving the valuable information. So I hope so. In student will doing this experiment by using Tableau tool, and so student also share with this experiment to me, and I will give the report to you, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much
Yeah.
for
Sure.
giving the valuable information to our student. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, all of you. Bye.